Welcome back, ladies, and we're here for episode 7 of Fill Your Cup of Support Together podcast. On my right, I've got Mrs. Una Mary Leonard.
Hello.
And to her right, we've got wee Gem Cassidy.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Gemma in the house.
Yeah.
Who's in the house?
Gemma's in the house.
So we're back today for episode 7, and I think we're going to talk about silly season, girls.
Silly season.
Because all I've seen over the weekend is Christmas trees going up, Christmas lights going on, everywhere you look.
Mm-hmm.
There's Christmas music, and I love Christmas, but it's getting a bit. It's on top of me.
So you think how's the kids coping with that?
My kids are wired to the.
Yeah. And that's why we say to mums, it's silly season.
Yeah.
You know, and with silly season, a lot comes along with that, doesn't it? And that is the kids' mood, or they're so excited and hyper.
I know Patrick was chatting about once he go back from the Halloween holidays in there in the Christmas mode and learn about Christmas and all that.
They're learning
Jazz, yeah.
mine at home from school with the script for the school play. They were doing auditions last week, and it was who could stand at the back of the room, or who you could stand and their voice could be heard at the back of the room. And then Jude was coming home and saying he's got 2 parts. In the first scene he's a ninja, and in the second scene then he's an elf. So he has to run then and get changed. And I'm like, this is only start of November. Why are we getting, like, everywhere you look, there's music. Everywhere you look, there's Christmas lights. Like, the amount of people. Like, if I put my Christmas tree up now, I'd be fed up looking at it.
Yeah.
I would never survive.
The bloody Halloween decorations down yet.
No, but think about it. You know, the seasons, seasons is there for a reason, right? As humans, we allow ourselves to move through the seasons. So what's autumn? Fall. It's about letting things go. It's about, think of it as from a humanistic point of view. But Halloween, I can remember being in Derry at Halloween, and that's the city for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was in a shop, and they were playing Christmas music. And I thought, is this fucking real? The fireworks were going off in the background, and one's running around with their Halloween costumes, and all I could hear was Christmas music. I suppose I'm bringing it back from a child's point of view. How confusing is that?
It's so rushed.
There is the exact word.
I feel like everything's rushed on top of us, because and I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy Halloween this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not feeling there's something missing, and it's not Christmas. I don't know what it is, but and maybe I do know what it is. It's everything's rushed and everything's on top of you.
We're always chasing
I feel
the
like
next,
there's pressure.
The next holiday, the next Easter, should it be Easter, Halloween, summer holidays? We're always rushing ahead.
Be present in the time that we have now.
Yeah, but I mean, what is that not doing to our children? Right back to that, and then you'll hear now in another couple of weeks' time, the children being threatened.
Oh,
Santa's not going to come if you don't behave, and Santa's not going to do this if you don't behave. Let's folks, Santa's coming. And to use that as a threat to a child, that used to come out of my mouth, and had to step back and go, what are you doing? It's because I lost control. That was what it was I lost control.
I was lying in bed this morning with Orla and having the wee cuddles before we get up for school, and I says, is there anything else that you want to add to your Santa list? And she was telling me what she wanted, and she goes to me, Mummy, is Santa going to come down to? I says, yeah, but he hasn't been good. I goes, I know. I says, but Santa will still bring him presents. I goes, he mightn't get all the presents that he's going to put in his list. Santa's going to bring him his presents. I goes, because Santa brings all the boys and girls presents. I said, you have to make your list and send off. I goes, you have to be on your best behaviour. That doesn't mean that but it doesn't amazing that she thought at 5 years of age, because he hasn't been good, she was worried Santa wasn't going to come down to.
Then if you look at films, like, there's not a nice list all the time, and
No, I know. No, but
yeah.
And I think I've really sat back and looked at that in recent years, and then even with mummies coming into us, and they are immensely stressed, and
the pressure,
motherhood overload as such, and really, really pressurised, and then their partners are ever pressurised getting money and ensuring, I suppose, the financial stuff's there. And it is, I think we lose the sense of what it's about and sense of the family connection that it really should be bringing.
Yeah.
Whatever family is to you. It can be friends, it can be your family or whatever.
Elf on the Shelf.
Elf.
Don't get me started.
There's 3 elves in my house.
I thought it was wild crack at the beginning, and then it kind of.
I haven't started, and I just think it's a whole load of.
No, well, we have 3 elves now. They don't.
If
They
it floats your boat,
yeah.
good enough.
My elves, they don't really do a wild pile. They move about and they're there. But no, I don't go into that whole.
Yeah, and some people love it. That's
Oh, yeah.
grand, but there's a lot.
I haven't got the energy for it, girls.
Yeah, I'd forget half of it.
It's all. The elf, right? Thought you meant silly season.
No, I haven't got the energy for it either, and it's because it's on top of me. I feel like it's rushed.
I'm feeling.
I'm not enjoying it.
And that's because I think we're rushed because of the
Society,
shops
was it?
industry, you know, and they're rushing it. But at home, I have control at home. You know, me and my unit at home, and I even in the office we haven't taken down our autumn leaves and the lights that we had, and also we just taken the wee pumpkins away.
I was trying to get the Christmas cups out yesterday, and she wouldn't let me.
No.
I wouldn't, and I know, and it doesn't. That's not even a. I suppose it's not a. It's a reflection on time gone by.
Yeah.
That why rush it? Why? Because then when the mummy comes into us, we're nearly rush. We're part of that rush.
Yes, we're adding to the rush.
We have a duty of care.
Whenever they come into the hub and there's Christmas lights. There'll be no Christmas lights in Support Together hub or no Christmas tree until the start of December.
And there's where we go. So
And then we'll go all out.
A bit of crack and really
And have
enjoying the buzz
Yes.
that it should be and the meaning behind what it's all about.
I love Christmas, but I don't want to be stressed out.
Do you know, there's many a Christmas I'm sitting there and I am present by body,
Yeah.
but not by mind.
But you're burnt
because
out
I am
by the time you get
totally
it.
exhausted. And I can remember years ago, you know, people were saying their mummy and daddy would fall asleep after Christmas dinner and how bloody boring. And seriously, there's no crack in them. They fall asleep after the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why. Completely burnt out.
Yeah.
And we're trying to take the kids to go here, go there, go everywhere. The kids don't ask for that.
No.
It's us feeling we need to keep up with the Joneses. I don't know who the Joneses are, but we're all trying to keep up with them. The kids just want time with us. They want some magical moments, yes, but
You make the memories yourself.
yeah.
You have the memories at home, around the fire, in your jammies.
Hot chocolate and
Yes.
marshmallows.
My weans are were asking, what are we going to do this weekend, Mummy? And I says, well, we're going to have a movie night on Saturday night. And are we going to have a party? That's a party. We're going to be in our jammies. We're going to be nice and cozy. So they're looking forward to it. That's where you make the memories.
That's the memories they're going to have.
They're not going to remember. Well, actually, they might remember us going out. Remember the time we went to go and see Santa and Mummy lost her shit and she was cross. And you ordered us, Mummy, because I'd lost control. That happened to us before, and it won't be happening again because I've learned my lesson to not put myself under that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
And that is, like, you're taking them into a built-up area, you know, with a lot of noise and a lot of overstimulation and shopping and whatever, and then you go home and you've probably roared half the time. And do we feel good about ourselves? No. Well, no. And then we're not nearly, I'll get you this, and because you're feeling guilty.
Yeah.
that big stick of mama guilt. It happens, and no, that's not.
We were away at the weekend shopping,
fair.
and the queue for Santa in Foyleside was down the shop, and I thought, no. And they go, can we go and see Santa? I said, it's a bit early, and because Santa isn't coming until Christmas Eve. I goes, it's over a month he's coming. I goes, if we go now, then it's a while, big, long wait.
And they might forget.
Yeah, I goes, we have to howl out. I says, wait until December. I goes, it'll be more fun then. I says, there might be a wee bit of snow outside. We could be singing our songs. I says, no, we'll howl out yet. Because they will forget, and there'll be no harm. They'll be going now, and they'll be not going to go again then for Christmas. And it's not cheap to pay to go to see Santa.
No. But we would talk about the man in the big red suit, or the big red suits, you know, silly season.
Yeah.
You can control that.
Oh, yeah.
Big red suit, and that's silly season. You know, when it's about back again, not rushing, and about overstimulation. I mean, I remember working years and years ago. My God, I'm going back a long time ago. And when I was in the childcare industry, and we set up like a Santa, what would you call it, grotto. And I can remember watching people force their children to sit in Santa's knee, and the child crying and absolutely in dire straits.
Petrified,
fear.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I went, why not? For God's sake, sit in Santa's knee, blah, 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 blah. And if you stand back looking, at that time I had no kids of my own, and you give something like, why not sit in Santa's knee and whatever. Now, when I have more of an understanding, and I suppose more work we're doing, you realise we've threatened Santa to these wee critters, and then we're forcing them to sit on his knee.
He's a stranger.
And he's a stranger. And his big beard.
What do we tell them to do? Not go near strangers?
Stranger danger.
Yeah. So, do you know?
We're being hypocritical here.
Sit up there in Santa's knee and tell him what you want for Christmas. This stranger with a big white beard that you haven't got a clue who he is.
And you told me last week, if I'm not good, he's not going to come tonight. So I'm afraid to say,
Or this boy's going
wrong.
Santa's going to take my dummy. I'm not going near that boy there.
That's the
No
truth.
way.
No way is he
That actually happened in my house. I remember saying, Santa might take your dummy now and give to the baby reindeers. See, and I wouldn't go near him because he wasn't giving up that dodo.
Well, if Paul did give his Bobo up that time, I'll never forget it. He was 2, but he was ready to do it.
Aye.
Yeah.
He was 2. He was ready to do it, but he didn't give his Bobo up, and happy enough. But I think we often need to stop and pause. We don't need to join that high speed race,
The rat race.
because by the time it comes to that day, everybody's absolutely
Exhausted.
grab it.
Yeah. This is Fill Your Cuppa, the Support Together podcast, and we couldn't bring the podcast to you today without the support of Moody Activewear. Moody Activewear creates high quality, functional activewear so that you can feel good doing the things you love. They don't just support your ass, they support your head as well, as they donate 100% of their profits to support women's mental health, such as Support Together. Visit moodyactivewear.co.uk. Yeah. I love Christmas, and my favourite part about Christmas is, and everybody's always like, oh, you get dressed up and you get a wee outfit for Christmas. Nah. From Christmas Eve, now Eamon's birthday's Christmas Eve, we'll go out and we'll have dinner on Christmas Eve, it's usually lunch somewhere, and come home. I get the jammies on, it could be 2 o'clock, and I am preparing dinner. The jammies stay on. Now we might change the jammies and put on new jammies on Christmas Day and put on new jammies on Boxing Day, but I don't get dressed up because we relax and we lie about, eat, drink, and be merry. Have fun. Like, as long as there's plenty of coal in the bunker, and we're able to all be together and all be as happy as possibly can in the house. That's it.
And it is a season for the children.
Yeah, it is all about the mains.
And it is a silly season because you're already saying they're preparing it at school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have much patience as adults.
I know.
How the name of God do we expect
I know
them
my
to
wee
have
boy's
patience?
patience of a saint, like, I swear to God. But I don't know how he does it. Because a lot of the old ones wouldn't be able to.
No, and it's like waiting.
Yeah.
When's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming?
Aye. Many sleeps to Christmas, many sleeps till Santa comes.
So it is silly season. Silly season is upon us. And we're seeing that with the mothers. We're seeing that because we're right in the middle of the town.
We don't have to join in silly
No.
season, though.
Exactly. You don't need to turn up for the invite with your party hat and your blower.
Yeah.
You can refuse that invite
Yeah.
and do what's best for your family unit. For you. You know, because we end up being totally overloaded and the expense and everything. Do you know what the best gift is, folks? It's your gift of time. Gifting your time maybe to your sister, gifting time to your best friend, gifting time to your mother. And that is either going over, giving them company or taking them out.
Or letting them go and do a bit of Christmas shopping in peace.
Let's go and
Or
do
something.
Exactly. And saying that, look, I can't afford this year, but can I gift you my time? And I think that is an amazing thing to be able to do for any mummy. To get out even with your friend for a meal, or to get out for a walk, or you know, a coffee. You know, but we put ourselves under a lot of pressure.
We do. We definitely
That's
do.
why we call it
Silly season.
Silly season. And we say that in the office, and we say it to the mummies, and they kind of makes them stop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
And go, it freaking is, you know, it is silly season.
if we change about this for this podcast and say, how are you planning to keep your cup filled over silly season? Because it can be drained quite quickly.
Yeah, very good point.
So how do you plan on keeping your cup filled, Gemma?
I'd keep going back to the 4 C's and making sure that I'm communicating. I could cocooning myself when I need to. I'm not rushing out doing this, that, and the other, going to everything. And taking control, the same as, you know, I'm not, you know, going here, there, and everywhere and stressing myself out. I haven't even started my Christmas list yet for Patrick. I haven't one present bought, but that's okay. Still plenty of time.
Yeah.
You know, always come back to the 4 C's. That's what keeps me well the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep using it.
That's a very good point, because that's kept you well.
Yeah.
And that's the 4 C's we use at work, of course, with the mums in our toolkit. But that's a good point. That's kept you well.
Why would it
throughout
not
the
keep me
year.
well?
So it'll keep you well in silly season, or not allowing you to turn up
Yeah.
fully
Yeah.
till all the madness is round there.
I don't need to turn up.
No,
I'll just watch on the sidelines.
you watch. I'm a bit the same. What
You
I'm
the
going to
same?
do is, I think I'm going to slow myself down, and even us sitting talking about it is making me slow down. You know what I mean? And my thought process of,
Yeah.
and we have in the office, we're still, autumn is still very much present
Oh yeah.
within the office, and we'll embrace and look forward to December.
To getting
in a
the tree
sense of-
up and getting the decorations up and
the
getting the music on
marshmallows
and
doing the best we can. But within home, I think I'm going to make use of that it's winter, it's dark, and I can cocoon myself at home, sitting up on the sofa, not running around and rushing around when I come home. You know, having that wee conversations, having that wee chit chat at home, cuddling the dogs. Can't forget about the other dog too. Cuddling the dogs, and you know, just slowing it down, putting on the fire, as you were saying, Ciara, and just embracing,
Yeah.
trying to be as much present as I can.
And it doesn't have to cost a lot. You know, we always think we need to spend this, that, and get the best of the best for the weans. And do they really need it?
No, and I've heard a lot of mums talking about, you know, their children, younger children, and they're saying, no, they're going to get very limited, because I'm actually tripping over them, or else I'm heading to the second-hand shop or whatever, and all the kids want is us to be present, have as much fun as possible, and a bit of dinner and a bit of family time.
Yeah.
time, having
Bit of
time.
Slur and Quality Street.
Oh, I love a wee bottle of Slur.
I know, this doesn't be one wee battle.
I know, I'm the only one who really drinks it in my house.
Though it's not as good since I took half the sugar out of it.
I didn't notice that.
Oh God, I.
I remember
That
I
is
was
good.
younger, when we were younger, we used to get it like it was a big treat.
But it was a bigger bottle too. It was twice the size.
Oh no, it was a massive treat. And I used to think it was like wine or something. Like
I used to drink it in the
How do you pronounce Shallor?
Slur. Slur.
Slur.
Slur.
Well, how do you pronounce it?
Shallor.
Slur. Well, they're posh
Slur.
up around Gasseldawson, you see.
I think everybody pronounces it differently.
Slur. I was just broad. Slur.
You can drink it out of a mug, you can drink it out of a glass, you can drink it out of a teapot if you want
Jam
it.
jar.
Jam jar.
That is it. But no, it is about, you know, filling. You're right. It's
How you keep your-
keep the cup filled over silly season.
And be mindful of how quickly I can drain.
Yeah, and I think I often have to remind myself I'm doing the best I can.
And remember
The money
about
that I
yourself.
have, or
You're thinking about everybody else, the weans, the family, the in-laws, the parents.
I
Remember
suppose,
about
yeah,
yourself.
for me, I think for me, because none of you is going to ask me how I'm going to
I
keep
was
mine.
just about to do it. It's just about to do
I
it.
have to ask myself. But for me, I'm very mindful
You know,
of
nothing wrong asking yourself.
yes,
That's a good
how
point.
and it's in my head. I'm I'll be keeping my cuppa filled over Christmas, over November and December, and into January, because January is also a tough month. And what works for us, what works for me. I'll not be doing it to suit anybody else.
Yeah.
What works for our family. And I suppose, very aware there is people out there that drain your cuppa, and I know who drains my cuppa. So because it's Christmas doesn't mean I have to be in their company. I'll be very mindful of what works for me and my inner circle. Yes, you'll go and see family, and you'll see friends and people you mightn't have seen for a wee while, but I'll be doing what works for us.
Yeah.
And it can be a very sore season.
It is. It's very tough, and it's tough in my house, because and Eamon doesn't like Christmas. His birthday's Christmas Eve. We try to make as big a fuss as we can, but he's not a Christmas person. He does say Christmas is made by the children, and that's the only reason that he actually, the difference in him now over Christmas is for the children. But for himself, Christmas is not a time of year that he likes. And when you've lost a loved one, or both his parents have passed away, so Christmas for him is all about the three weans and what's round the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael loves Christmas. He gets really into it, which helps bring that joy and crack. He'd have the tree up far sooner.
We be lying in bed waiting we go and wake them up, because we're not going to wake up.
I love all that. But what suppose where I'm coming from is that he loves it, but then I'm the one that I'm overloading myself. I used to what I need to get and this and that.
Having everything perfect.
And then Boxing Day, I just go.
I love Boxing Day.
I walk about.
Boxing Day is my day. The dinner's far nicer on Boxing Day. I know, you do be like, and I'm one of those ones. I'll have the turkey made on Christmas Eve. I love that day. I love the smell of the food and all the air being cooked. But Boxing Day is my day.
I know, and isn't it working in partnership too?
Oh yes, but Eamon's very good around the house, but on Christmas Day is the day where I will actually see I'll be tripping over him, because he is getting involved. He's in helping. He's getting
and down with the kids on the floor.
Yes,
and acting. And
I love that. And the Waynes love it. Daddy, you help Mummy today? Oh why? And I help Mummy on Christmas Day. What about the rest of the days? But I do help Mummy on Christmas Day, and I love it because we're together. And it's the one day of the year I know whenever we finish Christmas dinner that he will get up and he'll help me do the dishes, because he knows that I have to have the dishes have to be put away, and that's when I'll settle myself. And he knows that every other day. Oh, she'll leave it and I'll do it in a wee minute, or I'll wash them now whenever my food settles. No, he knows Ciara can't settle until them dishes is done. But
it is, and every household has it different. And you're right, it's not easy for a lot of families, and it is a lot of triggers for people. It really does poke at some of the bears. So here.
Do you smell any cheese?
There's no, I think it's your feet.
Excusez-moi.
Mine or hers? It's probably your own. It's probably your own.
Sucks. What are you on about?
Oh, bye.
I've been past a few jokes here.
Oh.
So I have for especially. Right. I got fired from the keyboard factory. They said I wasn't putting in enough shifts.
You wrecked the keyboard.
Bang, 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 bang.
That one was very apt.
She's very heavy-handed there with the big keyboards. What do you call a dog that can do magic?
Don't know.
I can get this here pronounced. Labracadabradoodle. Is that what you have at home, isn't it? A labracadabradoodle?
What's yours? A cup of it. Close.
Great house cleaners are not born. They're made. That's a good one. Oh, why? This is hilarious. My wife gave birth in our car on the way to hospital. We named him Carson.
Joke now.
Oh, I'm going to have to change this here right now. On rainy days, my wife thinks it's pathetic that I stare through the window. I think it'd be less pathetic if she just let me in. Oh, that is my husband. Oh,
Right, we'll end
That's a clinker.
Will we end that one?
Aye.
Clicker.
Clinker.
Okay, ladies, that's us. See you all.
Join us next time.
Join us next week.
Thank you.
Bye. This is Fill Your Cuppa, the Support Together podcast. Brought to you by me, I'm the host, Mrs. O, Ciara O'Gowan, and my co-hosts Una Leonard and Gemma Cassidy. Today we are supported by Moody Activewear and produced by 9874 Creative.